welcome back to my channel, or hey to my newbies, or hey to my Facebook friends. Hey, how y'all doing? Our Facebook followers. So I was at work, because when I'll be working, I'll be listening to, esoteric shit and occult shit and, all type of shit. So I came across this lecture on Serious Times with Bobby Hemmett, and it was, he said something down the line of MLK, Martin Luther King being an agent, Chris Rock being an agent, KFC being fake, and also ritualistic and subconscious programming. And I feel like, ooh, I just spit ill. Anyways, I just feel like that was very significant, and I was like, oh shit, let me play a clip from that. It's from Serious Times, okay? And we're just gonna listen to what Bobby had to say about these people being agents, and them fucking with the foods and whatever the case may be. It's still present today in age, okay? So let's see what Bobby got going on.
On the stock exchange? Get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? But they can tell this stuff, but what I'm trying to say is this is proven that they funneling money in the bank account. They'll just come and just tell you what time it is. Now they selling in GNC now human protein tablets. Or basically human protein. Coming in all types of form, even the health food stuff. This is the key. Because we know that they're taking all the melanated bodies and they're getting the melanin from them. And we know all about all that, but also too, the stuff that's left over, they're grounding that up and making protein. Now they stay bold now. You can go to GNC and buy human protein. Wait a minute.
Where'd it come from?
Where the hell it come from? Oh, some Asian woman is selling her ass cheeks now? Where this shit coming from? Human protein? You best believe that shit coming right up here from some nigga standing on the corner here in Detroit. Whatever projects or whatever place you want to call it.
No, for real, happy go.
Now they announced this big thing because they're getting bold now. They announced this big thing about on the internet about KFC not being real chicken anymore. So they had to change the name from Kentucky Fried Chicken to KFC. Now I think that's kind of odd. That's like you get Burger King, the short is BK. So you just change it BKs.
You see, it say February 2000 on the 19th or whatever. So this is in like Aquarius season. So it was like he probably was having significant downloads, or it's just something significant about this, and isn't a reflection into humanity. Also, when he was saying about the melanin, getting the melanin for people, why do you think so many like when black kids are in the system, or when black kids go missing, significantly black kids, or maybe even mixed kids, they are taking these kids and also experimenting on these kids. Can I say that on YouTube? Probably can't, but whatever. Just say it now. And just taking that energy from them. I'm gonna say it like that.
No, but they're saying KFC, and it is called KFC.
Right, it ain't Kentucky Fried Chicken no more.
That's because the chicken's been long extinct. They ain't had a damn chicken since 1972 probably.
Damn.
At least damn 1990.
Soylent Green.
You know what I'm saying?
They said it's time for radiation in the meat.
At least 1990, and I want to know how everything is going up high, and how the original chicken patty sandwich is Chick-fil-A. And Chick-fil-A, you get a damn biscuit, a piece of a bun, 2 fucking pickles, and some chicken, and maybe some mayonnaise, and that shit is almost $3.
Okay.
But yet every damn McDonald's, Burger King, and everybody got a chicken sandwich for 99 cents.
Right.
You understand where I'm coming from? Everybody got...
So this was also an experiment to see like how people progress after they changed up the meat and stuff. You put 2 and 2 together now. This is 2000, probably even earlier. You seeing all these kids talking about autism and people mentally going whatever insane, or their energy levels going down, their bodies shutting down. It's because of the experiments that they've been putting out into these foods, and even like just subconscious things that they place on us through the media.
They 99-cent chicken. And I want to know also, how is it that everything in the world is going up high? Candy is some expensive shit now. You go buy that damn Hershey bar and shit. That's damn near $1, but yet you can buy a damn burger for 99 cents. Now let me see, a candy bar, which is a glob spread out, and here you got an animal, some bread, some lettuce, some tomato for 99 cents.
Crazy work.
And chicken. You see, so they really doing a job on this, but KFC just came all out and told the people what's actually going on. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but see, I just wanted to get that out there and all. As we go on, I just want to get a couple of things. I don't want to miss nothing. I don't want to miss something here. Let's
I think it's
see
about
here.
MLK.
See here, as we go on, and I'll get that a little later. Y'all bear with me 1 minute. Let's see if we got all the stuff here. Let's see, I don't want to, yeah, because I wanted to talk about also this Martin Luther King celebration. Now they done gone fool with this thing, man, because
So before he even get into it, this is what I always tell people. These major holidays or these energy points in society, in the shift in the paradigm, are where they harvest our energy, or they try to like magnify or keep us in a loop some type of way, or have us give money like Christmas and Easter and Mother's Day, Father's Day. That is energy harvesting. You know, energy is money, it's gifts, it's all that. It's all that's energy. So we are pushing that shit back to them. So basically they're sucking us dry of our energy, of our worth, of our knowledge. You know, they feeding off of us not knowing certain things, or not being, you know, knowledgeable about the occult, or being knowledgeable about things that fuck with our mind, that make us act like we're supposed to act controlled, because that's the only way they can keep us controlled, okay, through fear, and us not knowing shit, but they still have to put it in our face, because that's how the universe works.
this Martin Luther King celebration that they're talking about here, every year, and I mean, man, they really pull out all the stops on this thing, the country does. This is a ritual that's actually going on, that they set in place. Number one, and you got to look at the way they do all stuff. He signed the bill in the order in 1985. And that's 10 years after the death of Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He signed this bill in the order. It's an actual ritual. See, Martin Luther King's dream ended up being a nightmare for us, because it destroyed black civilization as we know it, based on destroying integration. So that was all a part of the whole thing. You see what I'm saying? Because you can walk into white counters and stuff and eat. Your places went under.
Right.
And basically he is the ultimate government agent that they can throw in your face anytime you open your mouth. Well, Martin Luther King didn't say that shit. Plus also, you got to understand psychologically what happened. If your only leader that they show to you and they give the world is Martin Luther King, then that means to other people psychologically, and don't have to be nobody in India, it can just be most white people in.
I'm sorry, y'all. I was looking up because I had heard a rumor. I didn't clarify. It's a rumor that he was supposed to get rid of MLK Day. And I wouldn't be mad if he did or didn't, honestly, because it's still an energy point and y'all still be harvesting
The country,
shit
and a
from us.
lot of black people, they say, well, these mugs ain't never had nobody but an old punktified nigga talking about love their enemy and marching all around
Not
and stuff.
punktified.
It was the way they take Martin Luther King on the media, excuse me. It overshadows any other current black history that we had. No Marcus Garvey, no Noah Drew Ali, no. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Even Booker T.
Ain't no Marcus
Washington,
Garvey Day.
who
The fuck?
is not even mentioned. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's forgotten. No W.E.B. Du Bois.
And this is significant. Like you said, well, he didn't even say it. I don't know. He probably ain't even said it yet. But I was in my phone. I'm sorry, y'all. But y'all still gonna see this shit. But he's an agent. So therefore, he's feeding into the agenda of us being lost and being pushed away from our culture, being pushed away from our true essence, being pushed away from the source. Okay, so that's why these other people, Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman, you ain't got no Harriet Tubman Day, you ain't got no Nat Turner Day. You feel me? You ain't got no Booker T. Washington Day. You feel me? You got MLK Day and June 19th or Juneteenth or some shit like that. And when they start that Juneteenth shit, I just rolled my eyes. I just rolled my fucking eyes. Like, if y'all give it into this shit, Juneteenth, like that, and don't get me wrong, I love Kendrick Lamar. And he was hyping it and whatever, and I understand that he was also being used as a vessel for destruction in a sense. But in a kind of complex way, because Geminis are very complex. And I think he's is he a Pisces moon? I think he's a Pisces moon, if I'm not mistaken. So it's very complex and manipulative. So he kind of know how far to go with shit when it comes to shit like that. If in my opinion.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, just regular
and if
black
you saying I'm
figures
dick
like
riding, I am.
Adam Clayton Powell. You understand what I'm saying? So in so many words, it's psychologically because they pump him over and over and over again against white people, thousands of people, self-congratulatory history. Then it means that you are people with no history at all.
All right. White
We're talking
history.
about the way they do the subconscious mind.
I work in a Jewish hospital.
So basically what they did was gave us a history, gave us guidelines to go by. Okay, gave us the civil rights, gave us slavery, gave us, because in some instances, we weren't enslaved everywhere. We were just enslaved in certain areas. You feel me? Even some white folks was slaves. You feel me? So my thing is like, well, usually it was the mixed ones, but, they gave us these guidelines. Like, nobody really dug deeper than the surface. You feel me? And now that we have ancestors on the other side guiding us, we're seeing that it's more to this program that we're in. It's more to life. It's more to source. It's more to God. The great mothers, it's more to it than what they was giving us. And that's why you have so many people like talking about the great mothers, talking about, Kemet, talking about the occult. That's why you see so many black leaders going down that route. Whether they, somehow get compromised in the process or whatever. It's just life. It just is what it is. Just go back to their old shit and capitalize on their old shit. Everybody fall off. Everybody can't be great their whole life. You feel what I'm saying? Because some people do get compromised. We're still humans. You feel what I'm saying? So give them a little slack, but not too much. Because I'm going to do a video on Nature Boy. I don't know too much about him. I just heard about him. But I'm going to look into that. And we're going to put some dots together with that shit. Because that shit kind of had me like, bro, seriously? Who do you think you are? You feel me? But definitely, that's what they had to push us away from our history. So we didn't know who we are. So we were lost. So we had to go by these rules, this control, this fear, whatever they set up, the guidelines they set up. So they can, first off, keep us in check and harvest our energy and keep us lost like sheep.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got this Martin Luther King thing. They got flyers everywhere. They got something going on 24 hours a day on Martin Luther
King. And so you thinking, number one, the average person that is a non-analytical person.
Before, what I was going to say, before about 2 years ago, they didn't even recognize his birthday.
Right, but it's all a part of a major ritual. Number one, you pump him as the only person that ever did anything. Well, the next person they gonna show you is some old Micheal Jordan ass.
Damn.
Who is equivalent to an idiot. Somebody said, no, he bought a basketball team. I said, wait a minute, hold on now here. If I give you $1 every day outside of a damn store that sell fucking Mountain Dew sodas, and I give you $1 each day, it don't take a rocket scientist to know that you can take your dollar and go into the damn store and buy a fucking Mountain Dew soda.
Right.
So buying a basketball team, shit,
okay.
You understand what I'm saying? He just went to the white man and plopped down some money. It don't take doggone.
Also, y'all know when he was talking about the Air Jordan situation, his Jordans and shit, he said he ain't he ain't making those for black folks. He was making that for like suburban kids and people that could afford it, basically. Basically, that's what he said. Like, and he's an Aquarius, so let it be what it is with him.
You understand what I'm saying? The ultimate genius to do that shit.
He had the money, that's for sure.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, you know, and he had the money because also, too, remember now, this man is one of the worst individuals we got that has never made a stand. Now, you got the guy, Harvey Gantt from Charlotte, North Carolina. He's the first black person to integrate
No shade, MJ.
Clemson, as far as what that goes.
But plenty shade.
He's running for Congress down there or something. And he asked Micheal Jordan, who is a part of his state, from Wilmington, North Carolina, to endorse him. He said no, because he's a Democrat. Well, no, the Republicans buy Air Jordan as well as whatchamacallit. Now, this is an idiot, because first of all, he don't understand
Not idiot.
that it took people to come before him to open up the shit before him.
Right.
You got to look at this particular part. They wasn't picking but 4 black people, period, in the 1960s on back to go to the NBA. So it took other people to come in and do some stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Just for you to get a job. But he don't think like that. Plus, my point is, I'm quite sure if he endorsed Harvey Gantt, the white man couldn't care less based on it. Wouldn't even affect his Nike sales. But see, he's a no-good nigga.
Damn.
That's what he is. He's a no-good nigga. You see what I'm saying? And even the white man the other night said, you know, the white man said, you know, I gotta really say, he said, this Micheal Jordan has never done anything outside of his own personal gains. Anything he does, he's got to be directly related to it based on getting some money. So that don't really mean don't really mean anything. Now going back to this Martin Luther King thing, it's a form of a ritual. Number 2, he comes up and has this fucking nightmare, you walking side by side with fucking white people who own your ass. Because the playing fields ain't even. So yes, we can say that the dream was realized, but your ass is not even as you was in the 1950s. In the 1950s, you had a booming economy in your own neighborhood.
And that's the thing. It's like they was play nasty. They was play nice about shit, and that's why they had people like him. Had people like him, MLK, or have people like Al Sharpton, or have people like to advocate for the black community, but in turn, it's to keep the manipulation going. It's to keep us longing for hope and change to the point where we still don't see no motherfucking change. And it just still be the same shit, just a different year.
Now you walk beside white people with nothing, not a pot to piss in, on a bed to throw it under, a window to throw it out of. You see what I'm saying? So he's literally opened up a nightmare because I Had a Dream is the Jewish nightmare. They wrote the fucking speech. So his particular
Jewish. What Kanye was talking about? All right, don't write that man off.
dream is a nightmare to keep white supremacy going based on giving you some civil rights of a domesticated animal. Now, if you make that a holiday based on ritual, you can keep that dream going in a perpetual cycle throughout time, and that's what that.
And what's a dream? A dream is, well, it could be an illusion. So you putting this seed in people's head of hope and prosperity and equalism and shit like that. That's never gonna happen because people are always gonna be doing something to fight against it, and it's still no change. But you still every year is Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King did it. Martin Luther King did that. It's because they let him do that. It's because they let him be a puppet.
Shit is about. They renew the nightmare, or they keep black people dreaming, physically dreaming, not the dream that we go into, but they keep you dead, and this is energy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Energy harvesting.
And that's why you see all of the people that don't love you going to the Martin Luther King family on Martin Luther King Day and sitting around all that old bullshit. Right. And you would think all this that related to a man, they didn't even care enough to keep around. You understand what I'm saying? But it's also telling you that you are a people without a history. Because the people on the other side of town that don't know nothing about no Marcus Garvey, only thing they know is Martin Luther King. You see what I'm saying? Even Chris Rock said that. Only thing I knew was Martin Luther King when he went to college. Black history of Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King. And he's a government agent also. You see what I'm saying? He's a government agent also. So all that stuff coincides.
And he's a what? He's an Aquarius as well. You know what I'm saying? I already seen 2 Aquariuses pop up in this energy. Michael Jordan, Chris Rock. And this is an Aquarius season, so they had to use these people energetically, whether they knew it or not, to manipulate humanity in some type of way, shape, or form. Okay?
When we're talking about ritualistic parts, probably part of that whole ritual was when the Pope said that he's now a martyr. So that probably all fed into it.
Oh, Martin Luther King Jr. is?
Oh, yeah, he made him a martyr.
Oh, see? Well, you know, anytime they big house honors you,
Yeah.
that means it's just a job well done.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Dr. Ben told you should never.
You successfully completed some type of ritual. You successfully completed some type of task that they wanted you to do.
Let your enemies honor you. Never give your enemies a chance to honor you. Number one, not only is it's always for exploitation purposes, but on the other hand, it makes him feel humane when you let them honor you. That's why all fallen heroes that is in exile of the society always should remain that way. And you do them a disservice, especially if they was killed by the government, to let the government honor them. So the whole Malcolm X stamp is a slap in the face. See what I'm saying? It's a slap in the doggone face. You see. So, I mean, this is literally an illusion.
If you're a content creator, then you need to be using Motion Ray for your videos. My name is Tyler Everts, a filmmaker and YouTube creator where I share my experience.
And it becomes, and this thing is always that way. Now, I want to get into some stuff right now. First of all, I want you to go get the album, Steely Dan, Raw Scam.
I'm going to put it up here.
1976.
Steely Dan, 1976.
Unfortunately, it doesn't come with a lot of lyrics. But if you listen to it, they're dropping all the science in Royal Scam. And basically, Royal Scam is your people you thinking is royalty is a scam. There's another race of fallen kings, which is talking about you. This is the real deal. Then they got one about, they said they wrote it on the wall even before Hollywood, for you and I to be understood. You and I to be understood. And it goes into some science about, basically it's talking about the ancient knowledge. And in so many words, they're dealing with all this stuff based on black people. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the actual music. Unfortunately, I can't find the lyrics to it. I don't know if they were ever printed. You know, some albums don't come with lyrics, but if you listen to it, you can find a lot of stuff. That one in the album right before it, Katie Lied. You know, Katie lied, because in there they talk about when Black Friday comes, we're going to go downtown and watch the damn grand white men jump from the 14th floor. You see, when Black Friday comes. And also they have one in there about who are these children that you run from, that ride through your neighborhood. But see, they got a message saying life is unreal. So a lot of stuff in those two albums, 75 and 76, Katie Lied and Raw Scam. Get those albums and stuff. Plus, they were a group that they couldn't classify because they weren't the original rock group and all. They jazz. They're more jazz. They're a little funky and all that. So they couldn't classify Steely Dan. I mean, they got a box set out that you can get all this stuff, and this stuff is out of this world. But they couldn't classify them. Steely Dan, but they drop a lot on those, especially those two albums and all. So they was even giving up some actual science. Go back and rent the movie Gremlins. Now it's interesting because the guy that I lectured for last weekend, brother named Azariah, he was a commercial artist in the early 80s, and he said Steven Spielberg and them stole the actual picture of Gremlins. I think the monster, the one that turned all right,
we're gonna stop it right there. It's almost done anyway. But yeah, so this is just something I want to scoop up and give to you all to kind of like get a clearer message about this, and to kind of like, you know, awaken you if you don't know nothing about it, you know, or, you know, just to help you in some type of way be aware that there are other unknown things that are happening in humanity day to day, wherever, that are magically driven or occult driven practices just to keep you asleep, just to keep you in place, you know, keep you in line, you know what I'm saying, keep you fearful, keep you delusional, you know what I'm saying. So I hope this video kind of helped you put something in perspective that you have been, you know, looking at, noticing, kind of feeling intuitively, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, I'll be back with another video real soon, okay? And I'm about to drop some collective videos as well, collective readings as well, so tap into those, okay? I am Mel, and I'm signing off, and thank you for tuning in. Bye.